Hey again, Brendan back to see you with another tutorial for you guys. Proudly sponsored by the Car Stories group. So, first off, we'll need to see this in your apps, which is Car Stories. If you don't have it, then we'll go and look it up. So, we'll close that, and then I'll go up to my search and type in Car Stories. Car, which is C-A-R space S-T-O-R-E-S. You don't want that one there because that takes you to the app page, but we want the game, not the one below Car Stories itself. So click on Car Stories game and it will take us directly to the app page. So it'll take us straight to the game. It'll take some time to load. While you're waiting, pull up a drink or whatever you want to do, like eat pizza or whatever you want to eat. So you just wait for it to load. So be patient, it'll take some while to load. If it doesn't load up, there might be a problem on your end or something. Just talk to the devs if you have any problems, so they can solve your situation. So if you want to message the devs, you go to the app page and message them from there. So we're about to get into the game right now, so the app is 100% loaded, and there we go. I started at level 1 with 5,000 coins, 30 cash, no gas, but 2,000 parts. So now we just go through what it says there. So when you see that prompt there, you just do as it says, like click on build. It'll then tell you to buy a standard garage by clicking on it. Costs 100 and not much, so easy to place. You just place it on the spot. They'll take coins away from you once you purchase it, so beware of that each time. So wait for it to finish, and then you have to start putting cars to this garage. So for every new garage, there's always 2 slots for unupgraded and 4 slots for fully upgraded, but it varies upon what garage is there. So right there now we have to buy the standard, which we did from the car factory, and we get to speed it up. So my option here is speed it up as it says. It only costs 1 cash, but you still have to use 1 cash regardless, even if it's complete like this. So we'll click on it, we'll click on finish it now with 0 cash, but it's actually finished now with 1 cash because that's exactly what it wants you to do. So replace that car into the garage it's meant to be. So right there, replace it in the garage. Now we have to tune the car. So right there, give us experience for that. So we'll now tune the car. So take in mind that when you get to level 1 to level 5, you'll need 1 press. So 1 press adds up to the next level. But more on how you can change when it gets to level 5. So click, we've gone up 1, then we'll have to click again, get it up another, and so on until we get to the level 4 as it states here. So we're up to level 4, we can close the screen. So close the screen, which will be there, because that X shows to close the screen. So we'll close that screen and we'll get on to the next task, which is to build our factories to help gather parts, in other words. You can do this all the time, like it's very simple. You just click on your small factory, you buy the small factory, and you get better factories along the way if you level up well enough. So the more levels you increase, the better factories you can choose. So wait for it to finish, and then we'll get on to ordering. So the first time ordering, it tells you to use 10 times. Now here's the point. If you're on collect and win, that's the optimal way of getting your requirements done in a quick hurry. So we'll collect the parts and we'll build the next garage and so on. So following orders, you'll see that you need to do that, we need to place that there, we need to wait, we need to buy, and you've got to do everything it says for you to do. So I let all my clicking do all the talking from here, so be patient and I'll kick back in when they decide to, let's do our own thing. So we'll do all this, we'll get the sport, as it says, speed it up, and we'll make sure that we speed it up, not wait until to go 0 again, like it's done, because since we're all the way up to level 2, that cash from level 1 that we used is reinstated, so we'll do the same thing again. We'll speed it up, and not let this timer run out, because the optimal way is to let time out, but you have to let time out when you're in control, not when the tutorial is in control. So the starting tutorial, you just go right through it as it says, and then you can do your own thing from there. So that's the only thing we can do. So we'll place this car as it says straight to that garage that we just built, and voila. Now some people say about upgrading and what's the use of things if I can't build it at the moment because of the level requirements. Well, the level requirements basically are there for a reason, because you don't want to have an ultra powerful garage at level 1, let alone an ultra powerful car at level 40 for example. So you just don't want to rush right through it. So we'll do the research as this thing says, and take in mind that the research portion is kind of like a roulette, which means right here I don't know what car I'm getting, and then it'll slow down and then it'll land on that proto map, which is right there. So we'll accept that, we'll get it on research, and off it goes. So it's now on the go. So while it's doing that, we'll just do as it says, order more car parts, 10 times parts, yes please. While it's waiting for the research to be done, and then I think that from there it'll take us to exploring. Like, you never know how many land you got. Like, you got about 8 land, and you unlock one early. So you unlock this one by 2,000 coins. Now take part that each expansion requires a certain amount of coins or a certain amount of cash. So gotta keep in tabs on how much you have at that time in order to unlock that land. So, and like I said, just be patient. And now it just tells that you need to clear. So that's simple. Click on the thing at once, click on clear, it will clear it out of the way. And remember, the more things you clear, the more you have chances of building things. Don't leave anything unattended, because they'll block your way. Now here is all your quests. You'll notice that each quest are individual from each other. Like, one's could be clearing, one's could be coin collecting, one could be racing. It could be any type of quest. So you just observe each of these quests, like this one here that says that we need to build a small parts dealership. So we'll do as it says, like click build, then we click businesses, then we click the small car parts dealership. So the car parts dealership is here, you just click build, you click on businesses, and then from there you'll see the small car parts dealership. However, you can just see it on all at that time, but I won't recommend that. Just do as it says and it'll be right. But if you're stuck on something on this particular quest, you just click the help and it will bring an arrow to what you got to do. Now, this place is complete. It gives us coins and it gives us parts. So, the more quests you do, the more it will reward you. So, right there, build a factory, get coins and cash. Yep, I want to do that as well. So, do as it says, click on businesses, build another small factory, place it anywhere, rearrange it at any time. Just go wild, like use your imagination, because there's tons of combinations that you can do for your city, as long as you make sure that each part is placed where you want it, obviously. So it's still there. We've got more levels increased, which means more things to purchase, and it will help us along the way. So experience can help you get more better things. Just keep tabs and explore, because there's so many things you can do, like do this to collect coins, and once you collect the coins it'll be done, and yeah, you can go around and do all your quests like one at a time or two at a time. Just depends how you actually see it. So once you see that you need to do some things like clearing land, which is this type of quest marker, you'll need to know that we need to clear everything. So in order to have more land, you just start clearing. So like you can clear 1 medium tree, but bear in mind that the object, the more coins it will cost. So don't go for the massive rocks or early, so that you have plenty of coin left over to use on whatever you want, like upgrades or new cars or new buildings, just something to help you along the way. But if it is getting in the way, just harvest the coin. And there you go, you got more coins from that quest. So the more quests is more helpful, and the more experience you get from completed buildings and collected shrubbery, you can, level up a lot more and unlock new stuff on the way. So, but there, all the car parts, the buildings, well, I would actually go 50, but I'm not doing that now. So, right here, I'm going to show you something of a trick of the trade. How it works. You can just click 10 times car parts just to start it up again to keep, doing it. Or you can do actually do your research like this, hit it complete. You'll notice that, at this time I had a collect and win quest going, so you'll add +1 to the research, and around that area right over there, that's where you can find it. So find it anytime. You can even see special offers over there, or even your special cars that you can earn, like installing a mobile app for your Android, or even liking the fan page and getting your rare car. So bear in mind that you have to do this at some point, so that you can get more cars. But as a part of these cars, they don't belong to a collection, so you just have to bear with it. So right here, I try to upgrade, but I can't do it because it needs more levels to unlock the building and be able to upgrade. So we'll need to take patience, we need to keep grinding, we need to get more coin, and when we get to unlocking it, we can upgrade for the first time. So that will come in part 2. So that here is all your quests. You can even see its progress, like you can build stuff like, or upgrade cars, or even collect coins. But there'll be a lot more quests along the way, but do each quest, they can be rewarding after a while. So, and down here you can use your friends to get more coins and parts when you wish. So use them when you want to, but I'll show that in part 2, just how my land and this new account would actually link to one another. So now we'll just go through, get more quests. Now here is the thing that wants me to clear for one of my quests, which is the kind of like a rose bush. And points, so it's very cheap. So this one's pretty cheap to clear, but we'll need to clear at least 5 of these to get the quest done. Now, take note that I'm using a kind of like a hyper-responsive mouse for the tutorial. Now, for technical terms of the hyper-responsive, it means very quick and instant movement. So you'll notice that my cursor will move from time to time, and my clicks will just act like as if I'm clicking multiple objects at one time. So don't try and use multiple clicks, otherwise you'll just ruin your progress a lot more, and you'll need to do a lot more clearing to cover it up. So don't try and rush it when you're actually doing this sort of progress. So went to full screen there, which is quite bad, and yeah, I'll bring up the quest, so it's not done. Yeah, and that's what I mean, like, if you want something done properly, just take patience in it. Just don't rush. It's all in patience that you can be able to, dominate the game and, learn a lot of things too. So, and in regards to drag racing, I'm not going to show it on this part, but I'll show it in part 2, however, because in part 2 I'm going to build that racetrack as it'll become a crest. So right there, we just got more added, and there we go, 2,500 coin and 500 parts added onto the totals again. Now here's a trick to parts, as well as I'm trying to do coin quests as well. But to explain parts, you need to turn your parts regularly, because if you do your parts regularly and maintain a proper regiment, you can actually gain a lot of parts, like no worries at all. Like, you don't need to spend real cash just to, get all your parts and that. But you'll see that there's about 7 lands left, and you'll need more coin, and then you'll eventually get to the point where 2 pieces of land will probably be cash, or maybe even 3, but who knows, because it'll just tell you when you'll need to use cash to unlock a land. So we'll be up to this part where we have to do the standard car, but keep in mind that you can't buy another car when your car factory is full, otherwise it'll tell you that you need to complete the car in your car factory first. So we'll have to wait it out. We'll collect the car, which is already done. We'll place that in one of my garages, which might be in the sport garage, because I want it to be out of the way, so it will become great use and open up my car factory again, so I can purchase that car. So we'll purchase a car again, and I won't show upgrade until next part. So got that done, it gave its coins and parts again, and yeah. Now, if you're really lucky and 2 accounts, everything, you just bear patience. Like, you don't have to do every quest. Like, keep some on the side to when you need it, and everything that you do, you can maximize good use out of it. So this, I've got the same with the car. So this is a car level 4, and this is a level 1. I can sell it on, and get some cash coins back. So this is useful. Like, it'll give me back 50 coins, which is half the cost, but it'll really benefit in the end. So just keep enough spaces in your garages for these sort of stuff, like cars and everything. So I'm getting around to everything. Right here, I just leveled up to level 4. It's giving us cash. Buy 1. It was off-road and an off-road garage and 4 others. So wow. So now allow us to do a lot more for the land. So just bear patience, and you'll get around to completing all the quests in time. Like, you don't need to rush everything. it'll take patience to where you'll need to be. So just bear patience and ask people in the cast, always players group, when you're playing this game, and you'll get the numbers. So from here, we'll continue. We'll do some more quests, like, yep, 30 car parts. I need to order 50 just to complete that. So it'll give us a bit more parts, but it'll be a bit more costly. So we'll just let that go. And always collect them in the dealership, which always have time frames. Now, for everything there, you'll see that car parts, storages, or everything has a certain time. So keep track of the time. It will be your saviour or maybe your curse. It just depends. So make sure you do the conservative option just to, go up past the early levels, because you'll need to play it conservative in order to get it up. Now here, we'll up to level 4, place it once. Now we can go up to level 5, replace it. Now we have to click it 4 times just to get up to level 6. So now it's up to level 6 on this last click. And make note that I had to use 4 clicks to get up to level 6, because from level 5 to level 6, you just start clicking 4 times, because it'll take that long. And we'll clear those trees, that'll be done. And, build a black market bar. Now, the black market bar, if you're early on, you don't need to send so many requests. Like, you only got about two slots and you're done. But that's because of the costs of having that building. Because when you're at an early level, it will just be, 8 required to do all 3. So utilize it. Utilize your black market bar, because if you use the black market bar a lot more, you can just gather up a lot. And in part 2, I'll have a full one. So for fun purposes, I'll click on it, and I'll bring up the begin button when I can click on it, so that I can show you guys about it. Now there's all the rocks. And see the cost on the rock rather than the tree and the shrub that I cleared earlier? Well, the rock costed a lot more because of the space requirements that it takes. So keep in mind on that, and be conservative with cash. Once you get things done, then just take part of it. So random will start again for the research. It will land back on the map instead of quantity, which I really hate, but you can always keep on researching. If you don't get the result you want, sell the car and get cash back on it. So you can, gather cash and coins, and you'll, improve. So the more you improve, the more things you unlock. So this off-road garage, I'll place it anywhere, like I said. Just place it anywhere, I'll move it around later to sort out a design. So make sure you keep an eye on your designs and make sure you fit the space. So I may say there, but I'll need to upgrade later. So now I'll soon have to show you what it's like for my big one pretty soon. So there we go, I leveled up again, got 2 more things unlocked. So this racing track, I'll show you in part 2 about that. So we'll get around to that later when it comes to a later time. So from here you got your arrows, you can go right through and find out what things you have. And on the garage, I'll explain in part 2 about assisting others to complete a certain garage. So you got things you can unlock, some things you need requirements. So just keep in mind that these things are just common, like standard in your game. So just take patience. Don't frustrate yourself over this because things do take time, and great buildings come from great players. So right here, I can hire friends and paying resources. So right here, I will normally go to Car Stories tab earlier if I have any friends, but in this case, I don't. So this alt account of mine won't have this at all. So when I get to my full main account, it will show a lot of friends down to the bar down below. So, and they're also helpful for collecting win as well. So right now we'll have to use recommended tab. So right here, it's just basically players who played a game. Players who played Car Stories at some point, and some of them may be current players, some can be old players, and some players may not be playing the game because maybe they're frustrated with NSi4, which is probably the fault, or it could be that they just don't want to be involved. So right there's all the people and what they will see, and if I want to not send them notified again, so there we go. And keep doing as much as time. Like, you can send like 4 lists of this and you'll get plenty back. So just do as you feel like, do as many as you wish, because it just helps you out basically. And right here, when you can see the amounts to the right hand side, the reason why it's not like high amount of coin or high amount of parts is because it's only low level. So when you get a high level, that will expand a lot more. So by the levels you go up, the more you can earn from this building. So take liberty and use this to your extent, just to give yourself some edge to coins or parts as much as you need. So but there, I've got some oil, some gas from that too, like 2 gas. Like, you'll never know what you'll find under those things as well, because it not only helps you increase coin, you'll also increase your parts and your capability of getting cash. So as always, it looks like food, you've got to do it again, so I'll do it again. And yeah, from here I'll go back to my main account, and you see down the bottom there's all the players I had added. So they're just friends on Facebook, they play the game, they're already there. So right here I've got everything sorted out, like all the things built. Not every car has been added right away, but I've got minimal amount of quests. So got little things there, lots of garages here, specialties, all the factories at the top, and I've got a back market bar here, which is 50k of 50.0k of coins, 10k of parts, and 1 cash. So it will increase once you actually keep using your black market. So the more you use the black market, the better things become. So keep on using it, and you'll get really good rewards out of it. And as I'm doing this tending, I'll get gas added to my gas meter at the top. So to tell you about gas, here's the rate that it will tell you when I actually complete all this tending here first. So I'll click on convert gas, and it'll say convert 10 gas to 1 cash. So it's a 10-to-1 ratio. So 10 of your gas turns to 1 cash, and you can do it as many times as you wish. You just keep collecting from your garages or clear obstacles to get more gas. So the more you do, the more better it will become. So if you click get free, it will just show you a short video, you've got to complete it in order to get the gas, and you can do it at any time. So that's a bit of help. So right there, I'm collecting from upgraded shops, which I've already have done. Like, I fully upgraded everything. So right there, I just set jobs because they're on the back market bar that people have requested to me. So I'll keep accepting them, and yeah, that's that. So right now I'm going to show you about how do you find these friends and have them in your friends bar, because they can be a good use. So right here I want to share something, because if I want to join a group later on, like the car stories players group, so you'll click on this photo booth to take a photo of your car. So right here I'm showing you how to build it. So we'll click down here, we'll find a photo studio, which is right here. So we'll click on that, we'll place it anywhere, and you'll start using it. So since car stories is already there, it gives one part, so it will give the chance that you can join the group. So that's one indication. This, however, is another indication, because not only does it actually show that you can take pictures. Oh look, leveled up 6, so I've got more stuff, which is good. Now we'll click on take picture, because since the studio is level 1, you only allow one car. So one car in your picture at all times. When you upgrade, you'll get up to 3 cars. So it'll take you probably up to 5. So once you actually take a photo, which I've done right here, I'll go straight to my profile, and right here I can see the apps and games, the car stories is there. So that's the one indication right there to join the group. So it'll be on the recent games. So that's the kind of thing that should be there. Or the group that's added called the car stories admin, which means they have players who are playing, so they use the car stories admin group to help here. So right here I'm viewing as a visitor. I can see that I'm playing car stories, because that's the game I play, and there you go, I've got apps and games showing. So keep that showing. Do not remove it, no matter what, from your profile. If you remove it from your profile, you won't see it on your main page when someone visits. So keep track on that, so that they can still get to the game, they can still play it, and they can know that you're playing car stories. You don't want to say, oh, I don't want to play car stories, but I want to have it in my apps and games. But you'll need another way to get into the group, because the fact is that if you don't want the apps and games showing, then you'll need to do this process that I'm about to show you right now. Because the fact is that when you get up to a higher level, your studio will have a lot more spaces like this thing. So this is on my main account. I click on take picture from my picture studio. So right down the bottom is all the layouts that I have. There's 7 in total, so just choose one. Like you can choose that one, or you go to the next one and choose the 7th photo, or you can actually choose any of those photos. So you choose any background. Just one background will do. Like one photo, one background. So keep the track on that. But you can also do this at any time, because your friends will like you if you show various cars. Like if you show a very exotic car and everything, it'll be there. So we'll go to my mains account, and I'll show you exactly what it will be once it's posted. So once you really have posted this photo from the game, that you'll get to see this in your account, where you'll see that as a thing at the top saying n.jpg. You'll notice that came from via car stories. So you'll notice that. So, but here's the point: if it's set to friends only, what happens if your visitors see? Like, let's switch to visitor view and see if that photo that I just posted shows up. Now, if you look here, there's no phone of the photo. Like, you'll never know that they're playing that you are playing car stories if your visitors can't see it. So if your visitors can't see that kind of photo or that kind of photo, then you obviously set the wrong permission. So here we go. We're about to fix this. So take a look step by step what I'm doing. So we'll get back to my main, and you'll see this thing called permissions right next to car stories on the post. So when you see that, you just click on that little drop down. It will bring up all your permissions like friends, public, only me, or other. But what you want to see here is that you want to set it to public, because public is when you've non-playing friends, like visitors who come to see your profile, will see that photo and will recognise that you're a car stories player. So you need to set that to public. So click on public, which is the globe, and it will set to public. So there we go, it's set in public. Now let's see what it'll do now. Like, does it show when you go to seeing it as someone else, like a visitor or something? Here we're looking at it as a visitor, and there we go, the photo's showing. So that's what you'll need to have showing as a visitor. So as a visitor, you'll need to have that showing, otherwise you won't know. And you also need your apps. So right here, I'm back in the game. Wow, discount, you'll get that randomly. Now this thing, you'll need to like the app page in order to get the Stingray, which doesn't belong to a collection of any sort. So you can like car stories up the very top, but I won't show you that until part 2, so it'll come at a later time. And below that, after I press that X, which is up there, you'll see install mobile app. Now the mobile app is Android only. If you don't have an Android phone or an Android device, you won't be able to get this car. So take note that you'll need to have an Android device. You'll install it, you'll link it to your car stories game, and then it'll be able to be collected at any time and will head straight into the storage. So right now I'll show you where these will be put if you do claim them, but not through that. I'll show you collections in the next tutorial. So right here you'll see cars in the storage, and those will be where those 2 cars will be placed. So you can also store buildings in there, but I'll show you that in part 2. But anyway, it's time for me to go. So keep going and building your land, guys, because the more you just get to getting used to the game, you can actually get a lot of good use out of it. But as I said, be patient. So I'll see you up on the next tutorial, and take fun of it. So I'll see you up on the next tutorial, guys. So I'll peace out. So for the next one, I'll show you how to do a lot of more things. So I'll see you up on that tutorial. So see you later, guys. I'll catch you up then.